So why do you think that a carnival and a concert is the perfect way to spread your message and to get people to give back?
It's life, you know? It's one of those things, my mom always knew that you really had to enjoy yourself and you really had to have fun if you wanted to make change. This was a life that we were put here to experience, and it's a short life, you know? So she wanted to give people an opportunity to get in touch with that child inside. She wanted people to have the opportunity to play and understand that when we have fun and we enjoy our lives, there's no differences between anybody.
Right.
Whether you're HIV positive or HIV negative, you know, anything, nothing matters, you know. The walls come down and people just have a good time.
So what are you most looking forward to today?
Everything? No, I'm looking forward to, I'm going to design some jeans, I'm going to design some backpacks.
Very cool.
We got Kicking Daisies showing up from Disney. I'm sure they're going to rock the house. And just, you know, enjoying everyone's company, really.
And what would you say to someone, a young viewer or a young fan who wants to get involved but maybe doesn't know how? What is your advice?
My advice would be, first things first, you got to get the information. Hop on our website, you know, read some of our blogs. A lot of our foundation ambassadors, you know, the kids that we promote through the foundation and that help us advocate and get the word out there. They're wonderful people to contact.
Okay.
You can ask them questions. And then volunteer work. I mean, these events are big, you know, and we're always looking for people to help. So, you know, get involved early. If you want to volunteer, come on down. And like I always say, whenever the youth jumps into college, dance marathons are where it's at.
Nice.
You know, it's the youth that hold the key to our future, and you know, we want to support that as much as possible.
So Nolan, we're here at the Elizabeth Glaser Pediatric AIDS concert and event. Why are you excited today to be here and to give back to this charity?
It's a really great organization that helps kids around the world and helps prevent them from getting AIDS and HIV. And it just looks like a crazy carnival, so it's going to be fun, but then I get to also help out.
So how did you get involved today?
Well, I heard about it, and I just thought it was an amazing organization. The Elizabeth Glaser Pediatric AIDS Foundation. It's a tongue twister, and it sounds like a cool event.
And it's probably a good way to enjoy your time off from Modern Family and from Chiller and everything.
Yeah, it is, because it's a nice break from school, because I've been doing school all across the summer.
Oh, wow. Okay, so you don't really have a break at all.
No, I really don't. So this is my summer vacation with Carnival.
You got a couple of really great shows this summer. Why do you think it's so important to use your celebrity to give back in this way and come out today for Elizabeth Glaser?
Because I think a lot of times if people were just aware of the issues with this world, with the planet, with HIV and AIDS, then we could all be better kind of helpers. And for this, because they're very specific about prevention, and I think we've all forgotten that you can prevent HIV and AIDS, especially starting with babies.
Right.
And so if we can all come out and some fan can see one of their favorite stars and they can see them talking about an amazing charity like this, then it's all worth it, you know? Because that's how I find out about things, is if I see someone that I love and I'm like, oh my God, I love that. Yes, I'm going to try and get my information.
Awesome. Now, Love Bites and Entourage, two big comedies. What is it about that genre that just keeps calling to you, and is that what you're planning on doing for the next few projects?
You know, I hope to stay in comedy forever, because laughing keeps you young, and I feel like we need more comedies on television. There's so much bad, and there's a lot of stuff going on in the world, so if I can continue to make people laugh for my whole career, that would be amazing.
I think it's important to give back in general, you know, but this industry, you know, I think it's so giving when you sort of more in it that it only makes sense to sort of give back.
Okay.
Yeah.
And obviously, from one great drama to another, what has been the major change working on 9 Lives of Chloe King versus Friday Night Lights? Are you doing a lot more stunts, a lot more action?
Yeah, actually. Well, I mean, you play a little football in Friday Night Lights, but they do have certain people for you so you don't get injured. And then 9 Lives, you know, I've actually learned how to box. So it's my character and his father. His father's a boxer, so he kind of learned how to box too. And
Okay.
I mean, definitely getting my workouts in.
Okay.
Being in the position that we are, at least on Disney's Shake It Up, we have influence on a lot of these kids, and they are the future. So if we can start to plant the seeds of, you know, living right, being, you know, coming from a place of service and having good morals and trying to be play nice in God's sandbox, if you will, on this planet, then let's do that. And that's why I want to be a part of it.
So what would you say to a viewer of Shake It Up who might be young and might think that they don't really know how to get involved? What is your advice?
My advice would be to either go online to this foundation and look up and see what's going on in your community that you can do to be a part of it. Talk about it. Talk about it with your friends. Get their perspectives. Certainly until you're old enough and right enough, practice abstinence and all that stuff, and have your talks with the birds and the bees with mom and dad, and, you know, get those facts straight. But there's no need to rush and to do adult things until you're ready to be an adult. You know what I mean? But mostly it's just about educating yourself. You want to talk about stuff you know instead of pontificating about stuff you don't. And we can see right through that. So read, get online, use your social media to spread the word, through Twitter, Facebook, whatever you want to do, and get out there and talk about what we're doing.
Now, Shake It Up, you're playing a host.
I know. I play.
So what kind of research have you been studying? Some of the other shows. I mean, American Idol's huge.
Yeah, I know,
The Voice
right?
is huge.
Yeah.
Have you been studying those to kind of like give you?
Well, truth of the matter is that I vacillate between doing acting and doing hosting. So I have been doing hosting for a very long time. When the opportunity came to do something like this, synergistically, it fit perfect because I had experiences in both realms. So I didn't necessarily have to do a lot of research on how to be a host, but it was to walk the fine line of acting and yet being funny, but because it's a show within a show.
Right.
So when the camera comes on, he's one person, but when the camera comes off, he's a different person. So that's, I think, just fine-tuning that was maybe the biggest challenge.
And are there any like little nuances that you guys are taking and maybe making fun of from some of these other talent shows?
Well, certainly I think my character is the poor man Seacrest. We're definitely winking at Seacrest.
Well, you're a little taller than Seacrest.
I got some height on me.
That's an advantage in your corner.
But hey, I can't knock him because the guy's an empire right now. So, but you know, mainly what we're trying to do on this show is certainly have fun, staying current with everything that's happening in dance and music. And then we also talk about what some of these tweens or kids are going through in high school. We want to be able to relate with you, from bullying to, I think Bella Thorne's character Cece deals with dyslexia at some point, so we expose that. We talk about dating, going on your first date, the positivity and camaraderie that comes from being in dance troupes and great stuff like that. There's a whole ton of stuff that we're exploring on the show, and I think that's what makes it special and unique.